Thanks for joining me.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity.
How have you been over the last year then? How's things going for you? Obviously, been lockdowns and kind of where have you been when it's all been happening?
So basically, last year, for personal reasons, I was just playing with university. Um, and then this year, I took it a little bit easier. And I was going again to play just with university. I also joined a rugby team just to try something new.
Yeah.
And then lockdown came, and I was missing just basketball, like professional basketball, so much. And I was in a conversation with Rachel Blunt, and I was just telling her how much I was missing it. And I wish she was like, "Oh, I have training now." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I would pay for this. Like, I can't wait." And she was like, why don't you play with us? And I was like, "Do you sure? Do you want me to?" And it was kind of a joke. And I was like, "Oh, if you speak with Chris," and Chris just rang me. And yeah, it was like very, very good.
And how have you found lockdown kind of personally? How have you found the kind of being stuck in houses and not being able to go to shops and things like that?
Um, I mean, I think I tried to go like easier and step by step. So I was just doing sport. I was running. I was going on cycle rides and walking my dog a lot.
Mhm.
He loved the lockdown. I think the pets are
Mhm.
the ones that loves lockdown. And then, as I said, I was working from home, so I'm teaching, and I was just basically 8 hours in front of the computer, trying to plan lessons and being with the students and marking all day, because getting used to um, all the virtual learning. I
Mhm.
think learning, as I think students think, is that we just know, but we were learning with them, and yeah, it was very exciting. I think I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I think it helped me a lot going through lockdown, having sport and work and still being communicating with my students. Um, I actually missed them. I was very happy to go back. So yeah.
I've had kind of a similar experience, kind of this online learning, just trying to get our heads around it and stuff like that, teacher as well. So it's been a weird 12 months.
Yeah,
And
I think we learn a lot as well. I don't know you, but I feel like I became an expert in computers suddenly, when I was kind of it was a kind of a nightmare before.
yeah,
I was like, "Oh, I got this."
so let's kind of go right back. Where were you born? Where are you from?
I'm from Spain. It's northwest, it's top of Portugal, and it's called Galicia. And I used to play for a team. It was called Celta de Vigo. Lots of footballers know, because there is a football team, obviously, as well. Yeah, and I spent there like almost, I'd say 16 years playing there. Yeah,
So when
long,
did
long time
you,
ago.
yeah, when did you start playing basketball? How old were you?
Uh, so I start with 11.
Oh, okay.
Please don't do maths.
So did you start
Yeah.
like kind of through school, or was it did who inspired you to take up basketball?
Um, I don't know. Like my parents, and I think it's a common feeling in Spain. You do your school, but every parent wants you to do like some sport afterwards. And my parents were very supportive. Like, "Oh, you can do wherever you feel like. Just we would like you to do some sport, like to keep active and keep healthy and all of that." So yeah, I started with taekwondo,
Yeah.
and then I did swimming because of being tall and that. In my school there was no basketball, so when I told my dad, like, "Oh, I think I would like to try basketball," he was playing with me in the park always. So I think, yeah, it was my dad that he was like playing with me in the park. He bought me a basketball, and then I was like, I want to join a team and I want to learn. So I went to the Delta club, and that's how I started.
So swimming, taekwondo, rugby, basket. Is there anything you can't do?
I like trying new things. So every year I try in summer when it's the basketball break to do something different. So one year I went into, well, I like running. So when I was back in Spain, I used to, during summer, do yoga and Pilates, sorry, just to keep my back um, strong and ready for the season. I try not to do any impact sport, but then I loved running. So I did like one year. My athletic coach told me, "Oh, you should try this half marathon. I think you will have so much fun." And I was like, "Yeah, I love challenges." So I just went for it, and yeah, I ran the half marathon, and it became like kind of the next year I joined again, and it was really nice. Then I tried volleyball, like. That doesn't mean that I'm good at sports. I'm just trying, and my friends cope with it. I tried paddle. I tried racket, like any sport with rackets. I tried tennis, but that I think like small balls are not my thing. I tried cricket in school and rounders, and oh my gosh, my students laugh so much, like so much.
Have you got anything lined up for this summer then? Have you got any ideas of what new sport you're going to try this year?
No, I last year I joined cycling, but I just keep going with things. I think this summer I'm gonna give, because with lockdown everything stopped, so I stopped rugby and it's starting again now. So I think I will keep up with that, with them, and with basketball, see how I survive.
Let's talk about basketball a bit more then. So what would you say your strengths were as a basketballer? What are your kind of strengths?
I think in defense, I love defense. I really enjoy. It's part of, I think it's not what most players like to do, but I find it very rewarding, like stopping the ball, not even blocking, which is cool. I'm not gonna lie, but just when helping like the team defense. So if I see some of my teammates like get um, like their player take them, I like to, just because in post you are playing on the back so you can see everything, and I really struggle when I'm on the front, like with switches and stuff like that, and I'm like, I can't see everything is happening in my back. But yeah, I like defense. Boxing now, even I don't get the rebounds. People like joke in the team because I box out and give the points to someone else, like I expect them to get the rebound, like go on. Yeah, and but screens, I love ball screens as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, was it the weekend? I think you had 10 rebounds. I think that's
Yeah,
the kind of the most rebounds you had all season. So maybe you're starting to box out and get the rebound at the same time. That would be good.
yeah. Yeah, actually, because Ori is a really good rebounder in the
Yeah.
team. I think he's the best rebounder in the team. And at some points in the game, we were fighting for the same rebound, because in trainings, we are always like joking once against each other. We know that if we are boxing out each other, we will get the rebound because we are the ones that go always. And at some point in the game, I found myself like being pushed, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was strong. And it wasn't even the other team, it was Orange. But like, I'm sorry, it's just me. So like, it's just the habit of being fighting against you. Yeah.
You had, how many years did you say you had at Celta? Is that, so
In Celta, I was like 15 years. Yeah, 15 years there.
after that?
So I had a back injury. I broke a disc when I was 20. Oh, this is going to be the counting now. 25, about 25. Yeah, so that season, I felt like really scared because I couldn't do my shoelaces, I couldn't put my socks, everything was so sore. And back then I got really scared. I decided to stop it because I was like, well, I'm getting old and I don't know how long I'm gonna keep up with this pain, and it's getting serious if I have to be in a wheelchair. Back then I was really, really scared.
Mhm.
So the team helped me. I did like a really good rehab, really long rehab for months. Um, and I kind of decided to give up basketball. And then I moved to Ireland to start practicing English and all of that. Well, that's the question I always get. Why did you go to Ireland? But yeah. And I had like really good time there. And when one day I was like meeting friends and all of that, and someone asked me like, why are you not playing? Like I know someone that plays in a team, and they asked me, they saw you in the street, like, why are you not playing? And I was like, you know what? I think I'm really strong by now. I'm back. Like I feel my body, like I did loads of abdominal, loads of back work, and I was like, I think I can play. So I start playing with them in Waterford Wildcats. I know some teams here knows them because they do exchanges,
Nice.
and then I started mid-season with them, and then I got a call to play in Italy through like someone saw me as well in these games. So I went to Italy and play a whole season there. And then I moved to England to here, like to Hatter. I played in Sheffield with Hatters for 3 years, and now Eagles.
What was the time at Sheffield like? Because obviously they're not in the league this season, which obviously is a
Yeah,
COVID related thing. But what
eh,
was your time like with them? Because you won the cup when you were with them, is that right?
yeah, that was a really good experience. And I was with Ali, which it was
Hmm.
fun, like me seeing her again. Yeah, it was just really, it was good. It was 3 years,
Hmm.
really, really, like it was glad that I could go, and it's not professional basketball like in Italy, for example. I could just play, and here I could work, and which I was kind of getting worried of being too many years just not doing the profession of teaching and then coming back is always more difficult.
Um, so you've had kind of two spells in the WBBL, one with Sheffield, now with the Eagles. Kind of what would you say the differences were in the times in the league? Is there a difference in the quality of players now than there was then, or does it kind of match up?
Um, Obviously, COVID related, loads of players had to leave, and Eagles lost loads of players through
Mhm.
COVID and injuries. Um, Whilst when I was in Hatters, it was all the time, like all the season from the beginning, same people. We got one of the years some players added in the mid-season, but it didn't work. Um, so I think that was more continuous. It was like a normal, regular league. Um, However, I'm really enjoying this uh, this year here. I was scared of starting the season in between. It's not something that I really like because you are not in the routine of the team. They don't know you, you don't know them, and you're not building same kind of game together. But it's working. It seems like it's working really well. I felt very welcome from the beginning. I mean, I knew loads of players in the team like Rachel, Ori, Ali. I've been playing with them before. But yeah, like I think they made it very easy for me to get into the dynamic of the team and feeling very welcome.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that kind of joining mid-season and kind of obviously with coronavirus as well, there's not the opportunities that normally is to gel as a squad. How difficult has it been kind of trying to gel during like lockdowns?
Yeah, it was for me like individually it was very difficult to come back because I had been almost 1 year without touching a ball properly.
Yeah.
I had started training here, but even although I was running and doing my exercises, it's not the same as in a team. So I when I spoke with Chris, I told him like I'm really unfit. I like you need to be very patient if you really want me like there. I'm really unfit. I'm gonna be very, very honest with you. And he kind of laughed like, oh, we know that you're getting back into shape quickly. And because I do love the physical part of basketball, like all the weights and the running and usually like things that people hate. I love it. I love the like athletic sessions and all of that. So that wasn't the problem. I wasn't scared of that. I was more like getting the touch of the ball, like shooting, controlling the ball in quick situations. And I think like watching the first game that I played with them, I was like, oh my gosh, that's me running. That is me running. I think like I'm walking on the court. But yeah, I think I got better at that. And shooting and controlling the ball especially, it was difficult. Kind of like gelling with the team. I think it was a change for them as well because of my like what I'm used to doing in a team. I'm not a quick scorer. I'm not definitely not a scorer. But I think they realized that, and the team like we have like scorers. We have Ali, Ori, Madi, everybody in the team can shoot. And then it was just easy to get my place, and this is what you're gonna do. This is what we need you to do. And it was, yeah, I think we are connected now and linked, and I think it can be seen in the games that I think we show that we are very linked to each other and we do know our spaces.
You mentioned Chris there. What's it like playing with Chris as a coach?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I seen him before in the court, like playing against him, and that I used to like that he was just very intense, and it seems I like when coaches are playing their game on the side. It's like because it's kind of that enthusiasm is passed onto the team. So if you see your coach like, oh, like okay, but he lives the game, and I think I really like that. And yeah, he was very supportive from the beginning, and giving like coaching points, listening to what I had to say or my opinions. Yeah, so it was a easy switch. It's like it's not it hasn't been like a difficult coach that you have to adapt to.
What would you say this season then has kind of been the hardest kind of team or player that you've come up against?
I mean, I know like most of the teams, obviously for previous seasons. I think at the minute Riders are the strongest team with Seven Oaks. I mean, they both up in the league. Seven Oaks know each other for years. I think you can tell that when they play, and but we've done a great job against them. I think we play a really good game. We had like some silly mistakes, but it was on us, so that we can prove that we are like a good team as well. When we can compete at this level with a team that has been together for years, and this team has been through so much changes and injuries, as we said, and I almost just joined in. So I think we did a really good job. And Riders they always have a great team. They play really good basketball, and again, I think we show up in the second quarter a better basketball for ourselves.
I think Leicester have had quite a few changes this season as well. Well, recently they had a couple of players leave and then a couple of players come in, and there's been I think COVID's kind of changed the way the season's been running as well, as we've mentioned.
Yeah, it is, and I think we're doing a great job now. It kind of show how we work like as a team. Like the first games, we were like not connected, or we didn't know, we were not in the same page. And I think we are doing really good games lately, apart from the loss with Seven Oaks and Leicester. We've been doing like really good, and even though those games we show up like I think we did a great performance, apart from some mistakes, but it has to be everything in a game, I suppose.
Let's get to know your teammates a little bit better then. I've got some teammate questions for you. I want your honest
Okay.
opinion. Who would you say in the squad is the best shooter?
I think it's Ruthie. It's a shame that we don't have her right now. I know that she's getting, every time she gets the ball, and I've been marking her sometimes because we arrange the trainings, and I'm like, no matter, like sometimes I give her the space, like, oh, maybe if she feels free, she will miss it, or I'm pressing and she will miss it, and yeah, she always scored in my face.
Who would you say the best passer was?
I would say Maddie. I think she's the one that finds easier as well to pass to the post. So yeah, I would say Maddie.
Oh, here's one. Worst taste in music?
I say that they will vote me because when we have the speakers and the changing room and everything, I like the kind of music, but obviously it's not my kind of music, but everyone seems to enjoy it. So I think it's gonna be me, because I like more my salsa, my reggaeton, my bachata, and all of that. I don't think it's the team music. So I appreciate that, though. In the games, sometimes we are getting some Spanish music and the speaker. So I really appreciate, and I want to thank to the person that put some Spanish music in the in the playlist. So yeah, much appreciated.
Who's the funniest in the dressing room?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I think we have many characters in the team. I find Millie Oates really funny because she's very serious and is always like very straightforward. And sometimes she just throws comments and they are hilarious, but she's just so direct, and I really like that. I would say Millie Oates.
You got one shot to win the game. Who are you passing the ball to?
That's complicated. I mean, if it's a shot straight, obviously I will pass it to Ruth. To play the last game, the last play of the game, I will pass it to Ali. Yeah. I think, yeah, as a team, we pass it to Ali. She has to cope with everything, the poor thing. She always gets the last ball.
Okay, some quick fire questions for yourself then. So I'm getting to know you a bit better. Okay. Just these are like either or, so like Starbucks or Costa?
Costa. Even I'm more for independent coffee shops, but I'll go at Costa then.
Okay, McDonald's or KFC or none?
I'll starve myself, I think.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I mean, if I haven't eaten in a week and we just played a game and I'm starving, I'll go to KFC, I think. I said I prefer like non-branded things.
Do you prefer tea or coffee?
Ooh, that's complicated.
Depends on time of day or...
I'm trying to give up coffee, but I just went for decaf coffee right now. I can't give up coffee. But I would say I have more tea than coffee, so tea, yeah.
What's your favorite Netflix series?
The last one that I've seen is Atypical, and I really enjoyed that. Yeah. I think I downed it in no time. I really, really liked it.
And have you got a favorite Disney film?
I hope it's not Pixar, but I think it's Pixar.
That's fine. I say Disney, and I mean Disney Pixar. I think they all count.
I never knew like the thing, but I love Finding Nemo. Okay. Find it hilarious. Yeah, Finding Nemo.
Good choice. Good choice. last one, most important one. Pineapple on a pizza. Is that a yes or a no?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the weird one, sorry. And I've been in Italy. I'm sorry to my Italian friends. I'm really, really sorry. But I do put pineapple in a pizza.
Me too, but people seem to have very strong opinions.
Oh my gosh, when I went to Italy, they were like, no, no, Deborah. No. Yeah.
So obviously coming back off a win against Essex last week, we've got Durham coming up on Saturday. Kind of, how do you see that matchup going?
I think it's going to be quite different from us now because they have really good post players. They have good exteriors and that, but we will focus more this game in the post players. Whilst before, like in Essex, all the players were like markable, and we had to stay more organized. And yeah, I think this game specifically, it's going to be challenging for me. It's just the post plays are really good, and I played against Cara before, and she's a good shooter, a good rebounder. So it's going to be loads of work.
Yeah, get some rest before Saturday then.
Yeah.
But,
And loads of practice against Ori, I think.
but I really appreciate your time this evening. It's been a fascinating conversation, getting to know you a bit better. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Is that true that your students are helping with the questions?
It's what's that? So, my students at school. I do ask them occasionally. Kind of what should I ask? And I know I did a conversation with Georgia. As part of the lockdown homework, I said what would you ask a basketballer?
I watched that one. Really, really enjoyed it. Just tell them my congratulations as reporters.
Yeah, how do you bounce the ball so well and things like that. That's great questions.
Yeah, good questions. Hopefully they can come to some games soon.
You know what? Yeah,
Everything
it's
goes
such a shame
to
that
normal.
can't at the minute and things like that. But yeah, because I've got two young daughters and they're kind of want to go to games and stuff. But yeah, hopefully by next season we'll be able to.
So annoying. Yeah. Oh well. Thank you then. Thank you for your interview. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Talk soon. Bye.